Hey, Citizen Smith on the road. Last leg of this very long 3,100-mile cross-country trip across America to Portland, Oregon from Boston, Massachusetts. I've had enough. I'm ready to call it. Seen some nice things. It's been a long drive alone. I don't recommend it. But mental fortitude is what gets you through it, and stamina. I went through Boise yesterday and stopped just over the line in Ontario, Oregon. I kept seeing Ontario on the signs in the highway. It's like, what is this, a roundabout route to Ontario back in the east? I guess, so I don't know the story behind Ontario, Oregon, which is just over the border of Idaho and Oregon. You get just over the border, bang, there's the town. And it's a nice little place to get a hotel. They have good hotels, very, very good stop, rather than Boise, which is more expensive, and you get the noisy traffic. And it was a good choice to continue on for another 50 miles. I'm just curious how they got the name Ontario. And Ontario was established by a businessman who built a very famous or popular motel, they called it, or hotel at the time, and it burnt down in the early 80s, but they built it in the early 1900s, I think they said. Oh, no. Anyway, it was a stopping point for the Oregon Trail and people bringing their horses for auction and such. But I'd still like to know how they got the name Ontario. How did they come up with that? Somebody from that region must have came this way and homesteaded. Anyway, I had a discussion when I was at the bar. There's a restaurant adjacent to the hotel with an older lady in her 70s. I always talk to people, get their feedback on what's going on. That was part of the situation. As I did this, I wanted to provide my feedback to you. And we got into politics, and she started in on, the Democrats are going to ruin the country. So obviously she was Republican. And the Democrat, Biden's part of a secret society of 5 presidents or something. She said Fifth Element, and they're secretly doing stuff together. And I'm like, where did you hear this? Are you listening to that Jones guy on the talk show, the conspiracy theorist? I said, you got these conspiracy theories from somewhere. And I got the same thing from a couple of elderly Republicans that I talked to in Wyoming, the woman who was the restaurant owner. And they were saying Biden's green energy is out to destroy oil, and they're giving executive orders to shut all the oil industries down. And it's just not factually correct. And it certainly isn't when you start talking about the Democratic presidents belong to a secret society. I don't know. I think a lot of these, I don't know if it's the elderly just aren't processing things better as they get older mentally. I mean, she wasn't on her game, let me tell you. Mentally, she wasn't sharp. There was something going on. But how can you believe so much? And I told her, look, we're all Americans. I said, I'm a Democrat. She said, all the Democrats in this country are going to ruin the country. I said, why? You speak for all of us? I mean, we're individuals, just like a Republicans are individual. I said, we're all Americans. We're all in this together. When Trump was the president, because I'm a Democrat, I wasn't rooting against him. I wanted him to succeed, because his success is my success as an American citizen. I don't like this division that people try to create like it's a war of people. And we got to get out of that mentality. That mentality is killing us. And conspiracy theories is killing us. And people need to know truth. But you can't make them understand the truth. You can give them the truth, but they don't want to respect it and appreciate it and understand it. That's it. You've lost them. And she's a prime example of a woman who's lost. And she won't find the path again to the truth of what's going on in this country. And that's what I seek to do on Citizen Smith, cut to the truth. Sure, I'm going to have my strong opinions. Sometimes I may be wrong. But I think it's important we all strive for more truth, less conspiracy, and certainly not sensationalism. We need a calming of minds and thought and dialogue in this country. That's kind of what I took out of my few engagements with, which happens to be Republicans. And we'll take it from there. Anyway, I'm heading through this beautiful valley in Oregon. and we're going through the pass Hell's Canyon. I'm not going to go there. It's just not in the cards to do any tourist stuff like that. But I'm looking at an incredible view right now. Let me show it to you. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that valley. Wow, spectacular. Spectacular Oregon. A gorgeous country. I'm looking forward to living here and exploring this wilderness that they also have at our doorstep. On TalkCast PDX, I will be in studio on Monday to start the show that I really want to do, covering topics about Portland, Oregon, and I'll cover the national issues too, but out of our state-of-the-art studio in Portland, Oregon, Southeast. Here we go! I'll see you on Monday.